I have returned. Ha ha! Laker Man is back, baby. By popular demand. Laker Man is back. We back in the saddle, baby. Nobody holds it down like Laker Man. Nobody gonna give you the truth like Laker Man. And oh, baby, you don't want to miss this. Hit that like button coming through the door, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button coming through the door. Coming through the dizzle. Y'all better hit that like button. Because it's crazy right now. It is crazy right now. Oh, yeah. There's a lot going on. Yes. It's a lot going on. All these new people who didn't get a notification. Oh, my regulars are not here. So they're not getting their notification still. But we finna get to it like we always do it, even though the sabotage isn't still in effect. All right. They can sabotage it all they like. Laker Man is back. And you might think Laker Man is a fan of this Laker team. No, he's here to destroy it. To preserve the true legacy of the real Lakers, the Kobe era, the Magic era. That's why Laker Man was formed. To destroy the facade that has plagued this league. And Laker Man will do nothing but flush out all these criminal acts. And Laker Man has information that another investigation may be underway into Klutch Sports, as they have done something very criminal, very undermining. And we're going to get into it. Oh, yes, we're going to get to all of it. I got to give people their time to get here. That's why we did it live. We decided not to make a video and go live because we want people to have a very equal opportunity to come in here to find out what's been going on and the latest developments. Now, a lot of people are not aware of what's been going on with like some of the other players because they've been caught up in the Kawhi and PG-13, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, all of these players switching new teams that were controlling most of the headlines. What people were not understanding or was not getting was that there are other players too that are very key to a team having additional pieces. Now, we've just learned earlier today what has transpired with the firing of Klutch Sports, as it comes to dealing with a certain individual and a certain company that was representing their client. Okay, Marcus Morris was with Klutch Sports, the same agency LeBron James is under, which is ran by LeBron James's friend, Rich Paul, which was spearheaded by LeBron. A player cannot have a sports agency while he's actively playing. So to have what we have here, fall out into the scenarios we have here, Mr. Perfect, you might be right. And the sad part is they're not even distributing the video. So that tells you the corruption part is still live and going on, even in the system that we're using to expose it. People want to block the truth at every turn. Don't ever think people want to hear the truth. Now, Marcus Morris went forward and basically exposed the facts that he abruptly fired Rich Paul after signing a $15 million contract with the New York Knicks. And I know you might be saying, huh, and what? What is going on now? I'm not getting it. Well, here's the situation. He had accepted a 2-year, $10 million, $20 million deal with the with what's his name? Trying to think of their name. The San Antonio Spurs. So now that he did this with the San Antonio Spurs, guess what was next for him to do? Right? Accept the deal. But the Knicks found a way to free up some money so that he was able to go to the Knicks and sign for $15 million for 1 year. He just played 5 years, right? For the Boston Celtics. He had a 4-year deal for $20 million. So now he just got a 2-year deal for $20 million. So he's upgraded himself from what he did in that first 4 years where he clearly outplayed his contract. And now that he was a free agent, and the problem is that Morris was lied to, allegedly. Let's put that out there. He was allegedly lied to. All right, let's get that in perspective. He was allegedly lied to. There was a 4-year deal on the table. I mean, not a 3-year deal on the table for Marcus Morris to join the Los Angeles Clippers for $41 million. Allegedly. Rich Paul had this information, allegedly, and did not tell the details of the contract in full to Marcus Morris, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Now, why would that be? Because somebody didn't want Marcus Morris on the Clippers, joining Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I told you, Laker man finna expose all the dirt. So make sure y'all hit my Cash App up, donate to that Cash App, or click that link in the description box. Hit up that Streamlab. That's my super chat, and y'all keep it going because they're gonna try to shut this video down. You know how they do. So we gonna beat them to it. The power of the people will keep us moving. Laker man, here to expose all the dirt on them Lakers. They wanted to sabotage the Clippers, but you're an agency. Or are you? Is Klutch Sports a real agency? Or are they not doing what's best for their client, or are they trying to do what's best for one client? So you didn't do what was best for your client. What was best for your client was for your client to sign that deal with the Clippers. 3 years, he would have got $13 million plus a season if he'd have played with the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, this is alleged because it's not printed anywhere that they offered him that much for that many years. But 3 years, 41 million for Marcus Moore. When was this offer made? The offer was made before they picked up Harkless. They went and picked up Harkless on the team in place of it once Morris turned down the deal. Once Morris turned down the deal, they went on ahead and got Harkless from Portland and put him in place. How could you be so heartless? Do you think there's a reason why he was abruptly fired? And Noel almost fired him too. But I think he's staying. But I think he was almost finna fire him as well. The hat is actually sick though. I ain't gonna lie, this hat is sick. It's a shame I gotta wear it, but this hat is for Kobe Bean Bryant. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. This hat is for Kobe. We're here to bring back that era. We smashing this fake era we got now, and we bringing it back to the 824. Well, they caught the brother hand in the cookie jar. Now, the NBA did an investigation last year, or was it 2 years ago, into Klutch Sports to see if LeBron James owned any shares into the company. But if let's say he did own shares in the company, do you think the NBA would have shared that information with us? No. So, like someone else said in this chat room earlier, we need to come up with a way for that the league definitely, the league definitely can't police themselves. They need an outside third party to come in and do the investigation. So when the investigations happen, it should not be conducted by the National Basketball Association because they're only going to do what's best for the National Basketball Association and they're not going to do what's right in the case. I can't trust that that would happen. And you, as the people that pay your money to the NBA, definitely should not champion that idea, that factionist, whatever. Laker man coming to expose all the lies. That's right. Flying over espresso shops and Starbucks. Laker man. So right now, Marcus Morris would have been playing with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George He would have been a Clipper. So, as Laker Man has pointed out, this corruption has gone on long enough. The rumored deal is already out there. Everybody already know that they had an offer for Marcus Morris, and I'm quite sure Marcus Morris know now that he did not know the terms of that deal, and it was not fully explained to him that they were offering him a 3-year deal worth $41 million if he would join the Clippers. He was getting $5 million a season from Boston. He was going to up his number dramatically, making about 13 million a season had he went to the Clippers. He didn't know any of these details. It was kept from him. Well, Noel was riding with him because something similar happened to him. They had the same agency, but Noel, I believe, is going to stay with Rich Paul. He's not leaving. Marcus Morris is definitely leaving. He took a 1-year deal with the Knicks. They got the 15 million. The Knicks cleared up some money, but because of this deal that got screwed up, and it was too late because they already signed Marcus Morris. Mo Harkless. Once they got Harkless, they didn't need him anymore. 3-year, $41 million deal was on the table for Marcus Morris. Allegedly, that was the case. Noel, we don't know is leaving. I was told he's staying. He was upset, but he's staying. That's what I was told. He's upset. He did not announce that he's leaving. He's staying. That's what I was told. Everybody else been announcing that he's leaving. So I'm just giving you what I've heard. Now everybody else saying he's leaving. I'm telling you, he's staying. So unless something else happens, Michael Harbin, who's mentioned the bum from Cleveland's name? But if you're a smart man, you put it together, right? Leon was LeBron James' agency when he worked at CAA. LeBron James was represented by CAA, and Leon was the guy who had Rich Paul under him, and he was the guy that was working with LeBron. After Rich Paul worked for CAA, right? He went to school, got his degree, worked for CAA. He branched out and started Klutch Sports and took LeBron with him. So they were grooming him to be his own agency where LeBron could represent himself. So now Rich Paul was basically spearheaded and financially backed by LeBron. No NBA player can actively have a sports agency while playing. So yes, it had to be investigated because when your friend, all of a sudden that you put through school, who went to CAA, they hired him because you wanted him hired there, and he shadowed the guy that was with you. You left and took him over there. And now he's managing you. Yeah, we're gonna really take that guy seriously. Then, as you're trying to build your Laker dynasty, the Clippers are trying to build theirs, and they would have had Marcus Morris. That's a big blow for the Clippers to have that kind of weapon to go with Kawhi and Paul George. It's pretty massive. I'm quite sure, without even mentioning the fact of the guy from Akron. Rich Paul's job is to do what's best for his client. Marcus Morris is trusting him as his agent to do what's best for him when it's time to represent him, not what's best for another client. He allegedly withheld information that would have led him make a deal to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. A 3-year, $41 million deal was allegedly on the table for Marcus Morris to join the Clippers. He wasn't made aware of that. So he turned down the deal without knowing all the parameters to the deal. But allegedly it was 3 years, $41 million. Why wouldn't he take that deal? So now the Clippers move forward and went and got Mo Harkless instead. And he got a deal for $10 million for 2 seasons over with the Spurs. He going to San Antonio. Then it opens up, the Knicks have freed up some money somewhere where they can sign him to a deal for $15 million. So they's like, oh, we got you another 15. We do 1 year for $15 million over in New York. Bet. And you're fired. Fired. As soon as that contract was done, he was fired. Because I'm quite sure word got out around about the Clipper deal. Now, my thing is this. You're a sports agency. You have violated the first rule of being an agent. You violated the trust of your client. You violated that. Allegedly, if everything is going down the way I've said it, why in the world would Marcus Morris up and fire you? If I'm Marcus Morris, I go to the agency right now. Everybody hit the like button that came in here. Don't come in here without hitting the like button. Please don't come in here without hitting that like button. It's important. This is a real video. Yeah, I'm tight because I don't like that. This is the type of corruption that's going on in the sports, and they bringing it to the Los Angeles Lakers, and they're ruining the legacy name. The legacy of the Lakers is being ruined by this. All of this garbage that's been going on over there. They're dirtying up the Lakers' legacy. I'm Laker man. I'm here to expose the dirty truth and bring it all out to the public. Well, when you look at the situation in its totality, you're looking at a situation in which Klutch Sports, which is represented by Rich Paul, who's LeBron James' bestie, his BFF, one of his BFFs, that he put there to run that company. All of a sudden, you see Anthony Davis couldn't come there unless he signed with Klutch. So they can make the transition better to get him over to the Lakers. Why? What did he actually do for Anthony Davis? If he wasn't such a great agent to get him over there last season. So Anthony Davis, I could represent Anthony Davis and get him a super max contract because that's what he's gonna get when his after this season. He's gonna get offered the super max. So he's gonna get that with or without you. So Klutch Sports didn't get him that. Yeah, he's there now because they got a general manager that used to be LeBron's homeboy in Cleveland. He was the general manager there. Now he's the general manager over there and with the Pelicans. I mean, we're not stupid. We all know what was going to happen as soon as he got there. Once they got Griff over there, who's Bron's buddy, they were going to pull strings and get him AD over to the Lakers. Period. The owner said, not over my dead body. Well, she's still kicking and he's gone. So the NBA made a consolation prize and said, well, okay, well, we'll give you Zion. Listen, this whole thing stinks to high heaven. We all know what it is. This is worse than WWE. We saw this coming a mile away. And actually, New Orleans need to thank the Los Angeles Lakers for being so stupid and hungry to get Anthony Davis. I'll be like, we got somebody that's going to draw more than Anthony Davis and Zion Williamson. Anthony Davis wasn't packing up the stadium. Okay, they weren't selling out all the tickets in New Orleans to see Anthony Davis. People are buying tickets in advance. People are buying season tickets for the Pelicans just to see Zion Williamson. So thank you. That was the perfect trade-off. Y'all can have him. And then we got all the players. We got Lonzo Ball, who's a social media star, and TMZ follows him. So definitely we got more attention on our team. Now we're going to get all this press and all these things happening for the Pelicans. Thank you very much for that deal. We'll make that deal every day, all the time for Anthony Davis, who's going to give us a quiet 25 and 10. Take him. Listen, you guys gotta understand. This game is wicked. I'm not big mad. I'm big upset for the league because this is bad precedence that a agent is ripping off or distrusting and not doing what's best for his client because he's trying to protect another client who has worn 23 for the Lakers. That's what it appears to be. What reason would Rich Paul, who gets more money off of the commission, off of the deal, what reason would he have for not wanting to take a 3-year, $41 million deal from the Clippers that was going to pay his client that got paid $5 million a season in Boston? He's going to be getting paid $13 million a season for the next 3 years. He would turn that down for a 1-year, $15 million deal? He did not want Marcus Morris to go to the Clippers. Why is that? It's the truth. You got to wake up, Mr. Pretzel. LeBron has put you in a pretzel. So this investigation needs to come quick and it needs to come fast. Marcus Morris has fired Rich Paul. Why do you think he up and fired him? If he was doing such a great job by Marcus Morris, he wouldn't have been fired, wouldn't he? He had a deal to go to the Clippers, and it was Nick and was not given the details to allegedly. This is what happened, allegedly. The Clippers offered him a 3-year, $41 million deal to join them. Somebody said, "Oh no, that's too much firepower for them. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can overcome all that. No, I don't want them getting him. Now, why would somebody else outside of you and your client know about his deal? That's another case. If the Clippers didn't post that out there and put that information out to the general public, why in the world did they know your case? I mean, your deal. The Clippers are keeping all their deals quiet. Why was Klutch Sports, give that to another client? If I'm every client at Klutch Sports, I walk away right now from Klutch. I'm firing them. I'm going anywhere else. After watching what happened to Marcus Morris, I'm firing him. Because you don't have my best interest. You got his best interest. So now I got to ask all you fans out there, now do you believe me? Now do you believe me? All you Bron supporters out there, now do you believe me? And don't forget to hit the super chat, which is in the description box where it says donate. Hit up the Streamlab. Leave me a message over there. The Marcus Morris situation just exposed. It just exposed Klutch Sports. They didn't want this video distributed. They didn't want this video out there. They kept the notifications down. Nobody got a notification, but still people gonna find the video. And I told you, we will do what we have to do to push this narrative because people have to know the truth. So that's why I say make sure you click the link in the description box and donate to the page because it matters. They're gonna try to shut it down. No rhyme or reason, shutting it down, playing a dirty game. We're not wilding out. We're not threatening people. We're not using profanity. We're telling facts. That's it. Oh, he's playing a dangerous game of chess. You playing with people's lives. If you're the better player, be the better player. Michael Jordan didn't care who played with who. Kobe Bryant didn't care who was on whose team. He knew you weren't going to beat me. That was the mentality. This guy has a weakness. And he's bringing that weakness, his fear, over there. He knows he's not great. See, that's the problem. He fears. Hey, look at that team. We can't win. Then what are you doing here? He's mentally defeated himself. This is a guy who mentally defeated himself in a game that's going to overtime in game one of an NBA Finals. Mentally defeated himself. Man, how could we come back? Man, we did all this there. Man, and now we going to lose. Trying to make an excuse because they knew they weren't going to win. The last playoff game this guy won was against Boston. Since they won the championship, they've won one NBA Finals game in 3 years. So the last time he was there, they got swept, which means if they didn't even show up at all, they would have lost all 4 games. So he's done that. He meant absolutely nothing to the team. Yeah, they're banking on the referees and Adam Silver slipper helping you anyway. I mean, you already banking that and basing that off of what you're doing right now. You're already basing off, oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So why are you so upset or altering this man's life? You stopping this man from getting his money. If they just because you want to win. His deal has nothing to do with you. And I'm quite sure Marcus Morris found out that the Clippers offered him a 3-year, $41 million deal. Because if I got that information and the Clippers didn't put it out, I guarantee you they put it out once they found out what was happening with Morris and he was signing a lesser deal. It didn't take the Clippers long to figure out what was going on. One of Rich Paul clients decided that it was not a good idea for Marcus Morris to join the Clippers. That's why I hope Kawhi just stops LeBron. LeBron, I don't care if the Clippers win a championship at all. As long as they eliminate them Los Angeles Lakers, I am buying Kawhi jerseys. I'm going to buy a Paul George jersey. I'm buying all they gear. The name of the game is stop him. And I'm sorry, Boogie, I can't root for you this year. It's a massive problem. And that's what I'm telling you. They need to start and open that investigation right away. They need the NBA need to have an outside person come in, and Marcus Morris needs to be vocal. He needs to be vocal about this, because if this is true, they've just exposed a lot. They exposed it to the world, and we all need to know the truth. No, Israel, I want this to fail. This is not being a fan of the Lakers, because this isn't the Lakers. This is a mockery. This is a sham. Okay, they're trying to buy a championship. They're trying to outbuy the other team. This is about Kobe. This is about Magic. This is about the real Lakers. So we're fighting against this corruption. If you better than them, prove it. Get on the court and outplay the other team. That's how you determine who's better. Let the best team wins. It's one basketball, and all 10 of you on that court share it. What you do with it, that's what determines the game. We done seen too many real ballers with this logo on. Mm-mm. Seen too many people sacrifice with this on to let this, what's on the court today, be a standard. It's disgraceful. And please hit the like button, people. We should be at 200 likes by now, at least. No, no, no. That's not the case, because Marcus Morris fired Rich Paul and no one gave an explanation. Do you know why? Because the Clippers never came out and told the world what they offered Marcus Morris. They were informed. From what I've been told, the Los Angeles Clippers offered a 3-year deal worth $41 million. And I'm quite sure he didn't know about it. And reportedly, he's the one that turned it down. And he looked bad this offseason after he neglected on a 2-year deal with the Spurs After agreeing to it, then went and signed a 1-year deal with the Knicks for $15 million. And without rhyme or reason, after all this deal was done and he signed with the Knicks, he fired Rich Paul of Klutch Sports. Now, according to people I know that's talking, the Clippers had a $41 million offer out there, and they never put it out because they would spend everything in house. And abruptly, he turned it down. Now, he just did a 4-year, $20 million contract with the Knicks, which he overperformed. So he entered free agency after Boston wasn't going to commit to paying him that kind of money. And Kyrie left too. And they got all the cap space they needed to bring in Kemba Walker. Yep, after that, they committed to a 2-year deal with the Spurs, which they required them, to trade, what's his name, Davis Bertans, to clear up the space to get him. But the Knicks, meanwhile, they restructured Reggie Bullock's contract and opened up more money. And then that money was offered to Morris. So he backed out of the Spurs deal and went ahead and got the $15 million deal from the Knicks. So next year, he'll be a free agent again after this 1-year deal is over. And he'll be back in the mix in a weaker free agency class so he can recoup some of the money that he lost. But now it's all going to depend on the performance he does with the Knicks. So now you're back under the scope again. Now you're back having to prove yourself for 1 more year. Now, cross your fingers, but injuries happen. Now he gets injured, and you was on the course to get maybe 13 plus million a season. If you have a great season, you get injured. Now they offering you 7. So congratulations, you played yourself. And if that happens, I hope it doesn't. But this is why people don't realize how dangerous this is. You're playing with people's lives because you want to win a game. You didn't want Rich Paul, who would have gotten more money for getting, and definitely would have been recognition for him being a good agent, for getting the best deal for his client, him going to the Los Angeles Clippers. But he turned that down. Why would he turn that down? And I'm quite sure he didn't know about it. And he didn't know the terms. And it wasn't explained to him. He abruptly fired Rich Paul. And you guys don't think that's corrupt? If that's your agent and he does that, what reason does he have for his client not to go to the Clippers? Who would that benefit with Marcus Morris not going to the Clippers? Would that benefit Marcus Morris, or is that a better benefit for his other client? It's way past unethical. And it definitely needs to be investigated by the NBA. And they need to explain why this has happened. This needs to come out to the public, and the public needs to know. And the public press and the guys who cover the media needs to ask these type of questions. All of this happened this month. This was all at the same time. So it ain't about it was Kawhi going there and everything else. They all knew the drop. Believe me, the players knew the drop. You think LeBron didn't know what was happening with Kawhi and Paul George? They would have had Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, Paul George, Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? We ain't even went to Harrell. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me right now? You'll be lucky to get a shot up with the defense that team got. The Clippers defense is hellified. Are you kidding me? Come on, y'all. Let's get to them 200 likes. I thought we was there already. I looked up. We got 191. I'm like, we ain't got 200 likes. This thing should be swimming in likes right now. There we go. Well, the thing is, the Spurs mess, and you can all blame it on the inexperience of his agent, Rich Paul from Klutch, LeBron's BFF. Now, I don't want to dump on Rich Paul because he's a black man. I rooted for Rich Paul. He was the only one over there I had respect for. I was like, man, him, I used to like the fact what Bron did, put his homeboys on, let them earn their money, get them a job, trust and stand with the brothers. Then I started seeing how corrupt they were. And I said, oh my gosh, he really didn't. He just made them minions. They just some butt kissers. And I'm like, none of them are a man that can stand on their own and do something. He didn't make them, oh my God, he just made them little drones. And they all work for him, basically. This is just terrible. And once I started seeing that more and more, all the corruption that was happening, I just couldn't take it. Now, Rich Paul is already in Clutch Sports, have been blamed for the messy thing that happened with Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. Now, include that with this public campaign to keep the Boston Celtics from getting Davis when that was going on. Why? Who was that going to benefit? Hmm? His destination was the Lakers. He didn't want to go get traded to Boston. So the distaste around the entire NBA was based on that situation alone. So I hope Morris has a good season this year so he can, renegotiate, he can stay with the Knicks or, get a better deal somewhere else because he got screwed over. He would have had a chance to vie for a championship, you know. And Brian knows him too well. He played against him in Boston. They pushed him to the brink numerous of times. He knows what this guy brings to the table. He knows this guy's official tissue. He the real deal. Darkwing Duck. Yeah, well, somebody will play Taco Fall. Boston ain't got nothing to do. They need Taco out there. It's Taco Tuesday. They already got that line ready to go. But I think we all need to be prepared. We all need to be ready for what's coming next. We need to go. I know, seriously, right? I think they're trying to get him to the Heat. I think that's all but a foregone conclusion. But I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys, I'm gonna check the stream lab and see if anybody sent a message, and if anybody made a super chat donation to keep us around. I don't see nothing in here. So since we've been on, yeah, shouts out to Jeremy Royster and my man I Will and Tony251. But other than that, we have concluded. You guys didn't click the link in the description box, or you could have hit up the Cash App. I'm Carcino on the Cash App. So I'm gonna get out of here. Nobody donated to the page yet, so I'm gonna just go and shut it down.